Welcome to the program. Today we're looking at a major shift in how personal AI is deployed. Cloudflare has just demonstrated Moltworker, an open source implementation that brings self-hosted AI agents off your local hardware and directly to the edge.
This is essentially about making the Moltbot assistant, which some might remember as Clawdbot, a lot more accessible. By using the Cloudflare Developer Platform, they're removing that requirement for a dedicated home server or a VPS that you have to babysit.
The technical breakdown is what's really interesting here, Lauren. They're using an entry point worker to handle API routing, but the actual heavy lifting happens in isolated Sandbox containers. It's a clever way to keep the Moltbot runtime secure while running on their infrastructure.
One of the biggest hurdles for these agents is memory. But Cloudflare is using R2 storage to handle state persistence. That means your conversation history and session data stay intact even though the containers themselves are ephemeral. It solves the reset problem we often see with serverless functions.
They've also integrated their AI gateway and browser rendering, so the agent can navigate the web using headless Chromium without you needing to host a browser instance. It's all unified under Cloudflare's Zero Trust Access to keep the admin UI locked down.
But Aaron, we have to talk about the community reaction. While some users are calling this the set it and forget it version they've been waiting for, others, like Peter Choi, are raising flags. They're questioning if moving to the edge ruins the original appeal of having 100% local control over your data.
That's notable. That's the core tension, isn't it? Convenience versus sovereignty. Cloudflare is being clear that Moltworker is a proof of concept, not a finished product. But it shows how much agent logic can now move to the edge as Node.js compatibility improves.
From a risk perspective, it centralizes the trust in Cloudflare's platform. For a lot of people, that's a better trade than the chore of managing a local box. But for the privacy-hardened crowd, it's a significant pivot.
If you want to see how the architecture holds up, the project is already open sourced on GitHub. It's a fascinating look at the future of agentic workflows.
It definitely sets a new benchmark for what's possible at the edge. I have been looking at the documentation, and the potential for scaling is really impressive.
Thanks for listening to Prime Cyber Insights. For the full technical breakdown, head over to pci.neuralnewscast.com. Neural Newscast is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. View our AI transparency policy at neuralnewscast.com. We'll see you next time.